Hi, welcome to Wanderlusting Lawyer. Today I have a video, I don't want to say for the ladies exclusively, but for anyone who is asking, how do I take care of my hair on the Camino de Santiago? And sometimes people post this in the groups and they get kind of some hate, like some blowback, like no one cares, stop thinking this way, this isn't important on the Camino. I will give my opinion on what role I think the taking care of your hair becomes over the course of the Camino. But I'm never here to judge your questions. I just want to give information that I hope you will find helpful. I can only share my experience and kind of what I saw from others along my two Caminos. As a reminder, I did the Camino Francés, the full one from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago de Compostela in the summer of 2018. And then the shorter Camino Aragonés, starting in France, ending up in Puente de la Reina in 2021. So I had a unique story because, well, not unique, but I actually ended up cutting my hair, cutting off a lot of my hair before each Camino. So my hair is actually pretty long right now. And with my hair, it's fine. So it gets extremely tangly, just throughout the course of the day. And it takes me several minutes, even before I get into the shower, to brush it out. And then in the shower too, it gets re-knotty with all the water. So I have a very long process that ends up taking a while when I'm at home, between multiple brushing stages, a lot of conditioner, combing, how I towel dry and everything. And my hair doesn't even look that great, but just for it to be manageable, it's a big process. So I've been growing out my hair for years before my 2018 Camino Francés. I ended up cutting it to about here. If you see some of my videos, like right before I left, where I talked about shoes and like the night before I was leaving, you'll see, yeah, my hair is about right here. I am so happy with that decision. My hair instantly became unbelievably manageable. Like, I don't even think I had conditioner on that Camino. All I took was a small travel brush, because I still did need to brush out my hair, and shampoo. I did try a shampoo bar to start. It just didn't work for me. Like, I think maybe because my hair is so fine, it just kind of made it feel really weighed down. I didn't like that it didn't suds up. I know there's different theories, like schools of thought out there about sudsing effect. I prefer it. So I ended up ditching the bar for just regular shampoo. Sometimes it would be available in the albergues, or I would just try to look for travel bottles along the way. No, that is not the most eco-friendly practice, but I would try to make a bottle last as long as possible. With shorter hair, it was pretty easy. Sometimes I could refill up a little bit at the albergues. And then, that was all I had for my first Camino for my hair, was a little brush and shampoo. My second Camino, I didn't cut my hair quite as short. I'd say I cut it to about here. So it did take a little bit more effort. So I did bring some conditioner, as well as a wide tooth comb. It added, a few ounces, but I didn't mind. It made my routine easier. And that's something you got to think about, honestly, is there's always this tug of war, but in my opinion, between, I think the lighter your pack for you, sometimes the more, I don't want to say inconvenient things are made for other people, but let's think about this, right? So if you don't have what you need to be able to take care of your hair pretty quickly in the shower, then you're probably spending a lot more time in the shower. I know I would be if I had to go through my whole hair routine. And that is pretty inconsiderate if you're in a place that has maybe 2 or 3 showers for 30, 40 people. So one thing you always want to think about is trying to bring what you need to, keep things simple, but you want to get in and out of the shower and the bathrooms as quickly as possible. Some places, some of the private albergues, even if you're in a shared room, sometimes there's just one bathroom inside the room for everyone. So you don't want to be monopolizing all the time in the bathroom. And related to that, a question I see all the time is about hair dryers. I get it in the sense of, like, if you use a hairdryer to do your hair every single day, it's just, it's tough to think I'm just gonna stop one day. So I'm not telling you don't bring a hairdryer. What I am saying is do not bring a hairdryer from the United States. even if you get the transformer, not the adapter that just, so an adapter, right, takes your plug that looks like two straight lines and puts it into a piece that then has two circles on the end that then plugs into what they use in Europe, which is the two circles usually. And that's an adapter. A transformer changes the electrical current that we use here in the US to the electrical current that they use in Europe, which if you've never been, you might not know is different. Maybe the technology has changed. I tried that once early on in my travels and I blew a fuse. You don't want to do that in the albergues. If you really decide you need a hairdryer, my best advice is to find a very, very, very small travel hairdryer once you get to Europe. It'll be on the right electric current frequency. I don't know what the proper terminology is there. And that, that'll, I think, end up working out best. Some albergues actually did have hairdryers. I did see people use them once in a while. I think everyone I saw use one was after Sarria. So it was kind of a different vibe. People that were maybe on it for a couple of days, maybe they brought their own because they had a suitcase they were shipping ahead. So again, no judgment. I just think, if you want a hairdryer and you're coming from the States or anywhere outside of Europe that uses different electric prongs and voltage and everything, buy your hairdryer there. What I will say is don't be surprised if after a few days you give up on the hair routine. Nobody really is trying to look cute on the Camino. I did see one girl who put on a full face of makeup every morning, at least the mornings that we were in the albergue together. I mean, probably 20 to 30 minutes of makeup. That's her choice, no judgment here. I prefer to sleep. My routine was out of the shower. I don't even think I brushed my hair. I just towel dried it. It dried the next morning. It's going up. When it was shorter, just in like a half bun or whatever. If it's longer, it's a full ponytail. It just becomes one of those things that you don't really feel like spending time on the longer you stay on the Camino. So don't be surprised. There's nothing wrong if you're okay carrying the weight or if you're having your pack sent ahead and finding a mini travel hairdryer. Next time in Europe, I'll see if I can find one that looks like it would work well. But without any judgment, I am here to say really no one does care what your hair looks like on the Camino. So only think about what's important to you. If your hair looking a certain way is very important to you, respect that, acknowledge it, tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna try this out at the start of my Camino, and then be open to that changing. I'm here to tell you, I think it will change. If you're somebody who brought a hairdryer and used it every day, I would be really interested to hear from you down below. What was that experience like? Or if you brought one and you abandoned it, or if you didn't bring one and you actually ended up buying one, let me know your experience with hairdryers on the Camino. And I guess, the last thing I can say is do consider cutting your hair, because the less hair you have, especially if your hair is tangly like mine, the more manageable it becomes. It is tough to get away, at least if you have hair like mine, with not washing it daily, because at least if you're walking in summer, it's just extremely dusty. The dust that kicks up from the Camino, gets everywhere. And also there's other yucky things on the ground, right? That's getting kicked up. The drier things are in Spain, especially as the summer goes on. So those are my thoughts on hair care on the Camino. I did want to add, so my first Camino, I actually did buy, since I just cut my hair in France before I left, and I wanted to do this cute style, I bought a little pot of hair wax kind of. I didn't use it. I got rid of it. My vanity went out the window. I felt like my hair was looking cute anyway, fresh cut. So anyway, would love to hear your experience below. Hope this is helpful. Let me know if you guys want any more specific videos about certain aspects, I guess, of personal care, hygiene on the Camino. I will see you next time. Buen Camino, guys.